Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to the 73rd episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free every Wednesday on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and now YouTube, and everywhere else you can find podcasts. This show is two childhood BFFs, bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind-the-scenes news, read some radical articles, and buy some sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. That's us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Aljaafreh, alongside Brent Bass.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, boy. Look at this, guys.
We're just coming up in the world. Look at this. So you can see our face right now if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube, and this is your first GameSpeak experience, and you're wondering where the other, 73 episodes are or whatever,
they're not in video format.
They're not in video format. You got to go look them up on our, iTunes or whatever, Spotify, all that shit.
Spotify. Yeah, and I know this looks a little whack, but this is as good as we could get it right now. We're working on it. We're audio guys, okay? This is our first step into video.
Yeah.
Everybody's been asking about the YouTube stuff, so we're going to try and make every episode a YouTube episode as well.
Yeah, as well as some other YouTube surprises we might have coming your way pretty soon. This is just kind of our first foray, aside from a few Let's Plays we did in the early days.
Yeah, into the future is what we call this.
Yeah, so you can expect a steady stream of YouTube videos, just as steady as any of our podcasts that come out every week. So every week on Wednesday. Yeah.
Every week. Every week on Wednesday. But yeah, so that's basically what's been going on with the show. As you can see, we got some lighting going on. We actually have a backdrop and a bunch of stuff that isn't being put to use right now because we're waiting on our better camera. And once that gets here, then we're going to be looking sexy.
Enough about what's going on with the show, though. What's going on with you, Jamel? How's your...
nobody ever asked me that. No, it's been going good, dude. I've just been hyped because of this, because of the video stuff. Just a lot of hype around that, and that's about it. That's been my life. What about you?
Oh, same, bro. I've been hyped ever since you texted me yesterday with the picture of all the umbrellas and stuff. If you guys can't see this, but we've got these sweet umbrella lights shining light on us right now. It's pretty cool. It's pretty official. Diffusing.
Yeah, we're learning the terms. Okay.
Yeah.
So. We had to learn the terms pod and cast.
Yeah.
And now we got to learn
a lot of terminology, a lot of vocabulary words we got to learn.
Anyways, so let's jump into the video game news. Now, as we say every episode, all of this news comes from big or major sites or Twitter or wherever the fuck we find it.
Mostly GameSpot. Got a couple here and there from other sources, but
it's all commentary, though. We're not using this as we're giving you the news. It's more we're talking about the news with you. So we're going to jump into that. First off, Nintendo's timeline of the Legend of Zelda series has been altered to make a minor revision, as well as to find a spot for the latest entry in the series. Surprisingly, the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild now officially falls at the end of every branch of the timeline. Officially, the Legend of Zelda timeline splits into 3 branches, with Ocarina of Time acting as the inflection point. One branch, in which the hero of time is defeated, leads to a dark timeline that covers Link to the past and the original Legend of Zelda. The other 2, in which the hero of time is victorious, branches from the childhood and adult versions of Link. The child has his own adventures leading to Majora's Mask and his legacy being remembered in Twilight Princess, while the adult timeline eventually floods Hyrule and brings about Wind Waker. It's all very confounding, but one aspect of the revision simplifies it quite a bit. According to the latest official timeline on the Japanese site, all 3 of those possibilities end with Breath of the Wild. That means that whether it's in the ruined Hyrule, the legacy Hyrule, or the new Hyrule established after the flood, the events in Breath of the Wild can work out. That potentially gives Nintendo a nice clean start point for any sequels that follow Breath of the Wild. One other minor revision to the timeline switches the order of 2 games. Link's Awakening had been listed as following the Oracle of Ages and Seasons games, but now Link's Awakening comes first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. First of all, the part about the adult Link timeline where it floods Hyrule and then it becomes Wind Waker,
yeah,
it kind of is confusing to me because it's like I feel like in Wind Waker you're a kid. Maybe it's just the art style, but he just looks like a kid to me. You know what I mean?
You are a kid.
So how is that the adult timeline? Is it like a new?
No.
Because okay, and that's another thing. I just watched Skyward Sword get played out. And I was actually talking about this with Matt the other day. Skyward Sword, and this is going to sound crazy, but Skyward Sword and Bioshock Infinite have almost the exact same plot.
Really?
Like, when it comes to, like, the twist at the end, how, like, the lighthouse, like, okay, the main theme of Bioshock Infinite is that there's always a lighthouse, there's always a, girl, and there's always a hero or whatever, right?
Indeed.
So the main theme of Skyward Sword is that there's always a hero, there's always a princess, and there's always a Ganon or whatever, and some kind of incarnate of Ganon, or evil incarnate.
Yeah,
what I mean? I don't know. It's interesting.
But I mean, that's just any Zelda game, technically.
Exactly. That's the point. Is like that's why all the universes tie together, because they're all in like parallel dimensions.
They're all reincarnates
exactly
of Link, but they're in a almost straightforward timeline depending on which way you go, but like it all ends with Breath of the Wild no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I see what they're doing there. It's hard to like link these games together because it's like link these.
No, but I don't know. I have the Hyrule Historia and I've tried to like understand it, and it just it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
It's a video
I mean,
game.
I appreciate that they're trying to throw some kind of like chronology there, some lore, but it's like, come on, guys.
Too little, too late, Like, you can't go back and change everything.
Yeah, you can't go back and change the Oracle of Seasons and Link's Awakening.
Like, oh yeah, we fucked up the first time. Actually, it's but like, whatever.
Just kidding, whatever. No, but that's cool, I guess. Let's see. The next RPG in the Persona franchise brings together the lovable cast from the past 3 main games. Persona Q2, New Cinema Labyrinth, will be a Nintendo 3DS exclusive, and it is a follow-up to Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth from 2014, which was supposedly a pretty good game. This new adventure brings the Phantom Thieves from Persona 5 to take part in a Persona Q's rand of crossover fun. The result is an interdimensional mystery centered around movies and cinema, with an all-star Persona cast at your fingertips. An initial reveal trailer was dropped on August 4th, but developer Atlas followed up with an additional trailer and new details. Note that both trailers are in Japanese, since the game has only been confirmed for Japan. However, Q1 came to America relatively quickly, so I can imagine that Q2 will follow suit. And this is cool because it's like the only Persona entries that go to DS, you know what I mean? Or really, well, never mind, not any handheld, because Gold 4 and 3 were both on handheld.
On that sinking ship called the Vita.
It's like, honestly, I've almost bought a Vita just to play that game and then sell it like as soon as I'm done.
Yeah, that's probably what you have to do. I've heard there's good games on there, but I just can't believe that.
I still get free Vita games every month with my PS4. So, I mean, even if I didn't, enjoy some of the games, I already own like 12 or 13 at least, you know what I mean? So
yeah, you'd have something to play. So one of 2018's biggest games, Fallout 76, will not be available to buy on the world's largest PC game store, at least not at launch. A Bethesda spokesperson told PC Gamer that the upcoming beta and the full game for PC will be exclusively available on Bethesda's own website, not Steam. In releasing Fallout 76 through its own launcher, Bethesda avoids paying Steam operator Valve its cut of sales. Still, it's a noteworthy move to skip Steam, in part because the previous Fallout games were released on Valve's store. I think it's a bad idea, especially since this is an experimental game. You want it, and you want that ease of access for as many people as possible, and everybody already has Steam.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there, but at the same time, I feel like this says a few things about Fallout 76 and Bethesda Game Studios. First of all, I feel like it says that they're massively confident in Fallout 76, that it's going to do well, that it's going to be accepted by the gaming community. You know what I mean? This is a ballsy move on their part. You know what I mean? Because like you said, like they could have done it with Fallout 4, the next Fallout 5 or whatever, Elder Scrolls 6, you know what I mean? A title that they know people would go out of their way to buy, even if they had to go a little further out of their way. You know what I mean?
You could say the opposite of that. You could say that they're doing it because they're afraid they won't get as many cells, so they want as much of the money they can get off of each cell as possible. So like it could be that they have no faith in it rather than they have a bunch of faith in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, this also comes down to like you can't really regulate that because it's on computer. Like I'm sure if they could do this and get away with it on Xbox and PlayStation, they would. You know what I mean? This brings us to the next bit of news that I've got, which is actually totally relevant to this story.
Let's hear it.
Epic has shared a few more details about the upcoming Android release of Fortnite. After launching on iOS back in April, the phenomenally popular Battle Royale game is coming to Android devices this summer. And the developer has now revealed that the game won't be available through the Google Play Store like most other games on the platform. That allows Epic to make more money on each purchase in the free-to-play game, but it means that users will have to go through a somewhat unconventional process to download and install it. Epic confirms to GameSpot that Android users will not be able to download Fortnite on their devices from the Google Digital Store, but rather through its own service. According to the developer, this decision was made in part to bypass the 30% store tax that would normally be applied to purchases made on Google Play. So, they're essentially doing the same thing that Bethesda's doing here, just in phone version. You know what I mean? And that, again, it comes down to it, because they said in this article that if they could have done it on iOS, they would have. But iOS regulates their shit better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, it comes down to how well you're regulating, the platform that it's on. You know what I mean? Like, again, you can't just do that on computer because it's a computer. You know what I mean? Nobody's got the rights to, like, just the computer. You know what I mean?
To internet.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. So BioWare General Manager Casey Hudson teased players with the information that his company is working on secret projects while development on Anthem continues.
Shit, better be.
In a blog post, Hudson thanked the overwhelming support that fans have shown Anthem and shared that the team would be at PAX West to offer further details on the game. He also hinted that plans are in place for more Star Wars: The Old Republic content, and that BioWare has teams in place working on surprises that fans of Dragon Age and Mass Effect would like. Quote, "Our Star Wars The Old Republic team is hard at work on some amazing plans for the coming year, with new features and surprises that I think makes it the game's most exciting year yet. And yes, we hear loud and clear the interest in BioWare doing more Dragon Age and Mass Effect, so rest assured that we have some teams hidden away working on some secret stuff that I think you'll really like. We're just not ready to talk about any of it for a little while."
Surely they're working on another Dragon Age or something, just in case Anthem completely fucking tanks. They've got to have some kind of, like...
Well, not only that, you got to have more games coming out than just one.
Especially
with a developer that big. You can't just put out one game every, several years.
Especially games like Dragon Age that are, big and take probably years to make in the first place. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're probably just not ready to say anything about it. They don't want to end up with a Kingdom Hearts or some shit where they announce it and then 5 years later nothing's happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Let's see. The Walking Dead's Negan, who brutalizes people with his barbed wire bat Lucille, is coming to Tekken 7 as a playable character.
Wait, hold on. Was that his middle name?
What? Lucille? No, that's the name of his bat. His baseball
okay.
bat.
I thought you were Negan, the guy who beats people with a baseball bat, Lucille, is it's I don't watch The Walking Dead, so
that's
I don't
just
know.
His moniker.
Yeah, I was like, God, that's a terrible name to have.
Oh, jeez. No, he's coming to Tekken 7 as a playable character.
Cool.
This was announced today at the fighting game tournament in Evo, Las Vegas. Negan is coming to Tekken 7 as part of its Season 2 of content. This will also include returning characters Anna Williams and Li Wulong.
Okay. I feel like he should not have gone to Tekken, and because he's using a weapon, should have went to Soul Calibur.
Oh, that would have been perfect. And especially since Soul Calibur always has the gimmicky characters.
Yeah.
Like, I know they already got Geralt, which is going to be awesome. But
Yeah.
I think there's enough room for another,
Speaking of which, I didn't write this down as news, but I remember seeing it. Did you see that? What's his name? The guy who played Man of Steel. Wow, what's that guy's name?
The Superman guy. I can't remember.
Can't remember his name. He's the handsome Man of Steel guy. He wants to play. The main character in the Witcher Netflix series.
Geralt?
Is it Geralt or how do you say that?
I say Geralt.
Say Geralt. It looks like Geralt.
I want to say in the game you come across people that pronounce it both ways.
Geralt.
So,
Geralt.
but I feel like for the most part I hear Geralt.
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 Well,
Geralt
he wants to play him.
It's almost like Gerald, but like Geralt.
Geralt.
Geralt of Rivia.
Okay.
There you go.
Ravioli.
Ravioli. Okay, let's see. Is it your turn or my turn?
Mine.
Okay.
So, Warner Bros. Interactive announced Middle-earth Shadow of War is getting a definitive edition. Middle-earth Shadow of War Definitive Edition packages the main game with the full expansion pass, which includes all paid DLC and the free updates and improvements that have come out since release. So.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So get it.
Yeah, so those of you who are worried about the microtransactions, worry no more.
Yeah,
go
they're
get
gone.
that. They're gone.
The Audi.
Okay, so let's see. I can't talk. Some more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news is on the way very soon. Before the Super Smash Bros. Melee Grand Finals kicked off at EVO 2018, Nintendo announced it's going to be broadcasting a special Nintendo Direct presentation all about the upcoming Smash game for Switch this Wednesday, August 8th.
So the day that you are watching this,
Yeah.
the day that this comes out,
Yeah.
you will be fist deep in a Super Smash Brothers.
I feel like if they're going to do a direct about
Direct.
Smash Brothers, they got to announce a new character. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, they just got to, I don't know.
I'm sure they're going to. Actually, honestly, I'm not sure they're going to. I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like
not
they're
sure
just going to
either,
show
but-
off like some cool esports type shit. Like, oh, look at all this cool stuff you can do.
I
That's
bet we get at
technical.
least one character. Like,
or some not maps, but levels.
ooh, yeah, I'd be cool with that too.
So, while it won't go into production until next year, Showtime just dropped quite a bit of interesting information about the TV adaptation of Halo they're currently developing. The tidbits came during Showtime's panel at the TCA Press Tour, a twice-annual event in which broadcast and cable networks present their upcoming shows. When asked by GameSpot if the series, which is expected to begin shooting in 2019, would feature fan-favorite character Master Chief, both Showtime Network's president David Nevins and president of programming Gary Levine confirmed he would. What's more, when pressed during a small group interview after the Showtime panel, Levine added that Chief would be a lead character on the show.
Ain't nobody trying to watch a Halo show that's not about Master Chief. Like, I'm sorry.
You don't
like...
want to watch Spartan Locke, bro?
No, dude.
No, just kidding. Longtime fans of the Halo franchise might find that odd given that Master Chief has never shown his face, while other TV shows feature human characters that remain faceless. However, according to Levine, the issue of Chief never unmasking is central to the show. It is a key question, and an important part of our series is all I'll say. He teased. As for what the show will look like, Nevins was quick to point out this is now Showtime's take on Game of Thrones. What?
Okay.
How does that work, though? Like, okay, I know you've never watched Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is high fantasy.
It's all about, like, politics, right?
Super gory, super sexual, like nude, rape.
So we
everything.
can't have nudity in this?
You can, but
I think that's
what are they
the
going to do?
thing.
Just have Cortana with, like, just fucking...
Okay, but let's look at it this way, okay? When Halo came out, one of the defining things about Halo was that it was mature.
Yeah, it was definitely mature.
It had that, like, Half-Life for the next generation kind of vibe going on with it.
But it was way less gory. It was just there was blood. There wasn't dismemberment and shit happening except for with the flood. Now,
but even that, I think that's less due to, like,
and like Halo's always almost been T. rated. It's almost always been T rated, and that's why even the most recent Halo was rated T. You know, like it's not violent. I mean, it's violent in like you shoot people and whatnot, but it's not fucking Mortal Kombat.
Look at the extended universe though. Like the books are real violent. They talk about like crushing testicles and fucked up shit.
Wait,
like that.
Is that a specific thing?
Yeah, there's a part where one of the Spartans kicks some guy in the balls, and he like it vividly describes his testicles like exploding. It's really fucked up.
Okay, well maybe if they're basing it off the books, then I
mean I don't know. That's just like it's just a thought, you know. Like maybe their idea is that if we make it more mature, more people will watch. Especially the people who grew up on Halo and are now older and like are onto bigger, bloodier things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like all we want now is just to watch balls implode.
Not at all, dude.
All right, what you got?
Let's see. It was recently discovered that Madden NFL 19, which is available now for EA and Origin Access subscribers before its public release, remove Colin Kaepernick's name in the YG song Big Bank, featured on the game soundtrack.
Just because of controversy or what?
Well, here, it goes on to talk about it a little bit. It says, the line is supposed to be, "You boys all cap. I'm more Colin Kaepernick." However, his name was scrubbed from the verse sung by Big Sean, leading to a really strange edit that caught the attention of pre-release players. EA has now explained that it was, quote, an unfortunate mistake.
Oh, yes.
According to EA, some of its developers did not believe they had the rights to Kaepernick's name. So that's why it was censored out of the song.
How convenient.
EA indeed does not have the right to Kaepernick, as he's not signed to any NFL roster, but this does not apply to the soundtrack.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with any... If you have the right to the song, then you have the right to the lyrics in the song.
Exactly.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah, right? Honestly, I think that they cut it out because they wanted to avoid the NFL controversy, and then they realized, oh, these people are like, I don't know. I think they're just covering their tracks there.
Yeah, I feel like that was dumb. The misfortunate mistake that they made was doing that or having that thought at all.
Right. It says, we messed up and the edit never should have happened. EA Sports said Kaepernick's name will be added back with an update due out on August 6th. It said, we meant no disrespect and we apologize to Colin, to YG, and Big Sean, and to the NFL, to all their fans and our players for this mistake.
They're only saying that because they caused some backlash.
Yeah,
that's
for
it.
Sure.
Anyways,
I think they thought they would catch less backlash, but now they're like, okay, people know the song. You know, they know what the word. You know what I mean? It's like
that's why people out there like it's a video game. Quit fucking putting your politics shit into it. Let the song be the song. If you put the song in your game, leave it alone.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. I don't know.
Stupid. Anyways, Bandai Namco has revealed some more details on the next DLC characters coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Following the DBFZ Grand Finals at EVO 2018, the publisher shared a new trailer that gives fans another look at the game's two most recently announced fighters, Base Goku and Vegeta, and reveals an entirely new one, Cooler. The trailer, which you can watch above, well, this is on GameSpot, so yeah, you can't watch it. No, but you can watch it over at GameSpot.
You can pretend.
Go give them some views.
Or you could just go on YouTube. Wait, you're probably already on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't change from this video. Just bring up another window, another YouTube window.
Yeah, just open a new window. No, but Saiyan Invasion. Oh, sorry. Hold on. The trailer begins with a reenactment of the Saiyan invasion story arc from Dragon Ball Z, showing the Z fighters falling one by one to Nappa and Vegeta before Goku arrives and confronts the two Saiyans. The video then moves on to introduce the game's next DLC fighter, Cooler, the older brother of Frieza and the main antagonist of the film Cooler's Revenge.
Cool.
Yeah. Cooler. Okay, so what do you got?
Okay, available starting August 1st. Game Pass includes the entire first season of Hitman, the episodic reboot of the classic series. Its sequel, Hitman 2, which abandons the subscription model, is launching this November. Ruiner is an action shooter that's set in cyberpunk dystopia, And Rise, Son of Rome was a much talked about Xbox One launch right now.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not.
It was very, very bad.
And it was not talked about. I
mean,
feel like people were like,
good.
hey, that looks cool.
That's about all it had going for it. It was like For Honor, if For Honor was really bad.
More like it was like God of War.
Yeah.
If
totally.
God of War was not God of War.
And was really bad.
And really bad.
And looked like For Honor.
Yeah, it looked like For Honor.
Yeah.
Or the 300, which was big at the time, I feel like. Or bigger around that time.
They're also adding the escapist Walking Dead, Dandra, which I'm not sure about that. It sounds like dandruff.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Rising 2 is coming back, which is good. That was one I was giving them a lot of flack for cutting off of the Game Pass. And if you want something a little more family-friendly, Connect Rush, a Disney Pixar adventure, is coming. So if you still have a Connect and you want to use it for something, there you go.
Sounds hot. So Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy first launched for PS4 over a year ago, but that hasn't stopped it having a stint at the top of the UK physical games chart this summer. Helped by the launch of its Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch versions this June, the remastered trilogy is number 1 again this week, according to Sales Monitor GFK chart track, making it 6 weeks in a row at the chart summit. There's little change towards the top of the chart for the week ending August 4th, with Lego The Incredibles finishing at number 2 for the 4th successive week. There is a different title at number 3 this week as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe overtakes The Crew 2, pushing Ubisoft's open world racer down to number 4.
God, you know The Crew 2 is doing bad when it's getting beat by Mario Kart 8, which is old as fuck, fucking The Incredibles. The Lego Incredibles 2.
Well, see, they got a lot of hype going on for that.
For the Lego Incredibles?
Yeah, just because, I mean,
it's the Incredibles
2 is out right now. Mm-hmm. So all the kids are like, I want more. And then their parents are like, okay, we'll get this. All right. And you're gonna be quiet now, right? We're not gonna be loud and bother mommy and daddy anymore.
Fair enough.
Right?
But like the developers at The Crew 2 have got to just be like, we put so much work into that. Fuck. You know? I mean,
the developers of The Crew 2? No, probably not. They're probably like, another crew is out there.
Dude, it's like the biggest map in any fucking racing game ever made. Or really, I think any game ever made.
Wait, is this the one that we saw at E3 that looked pretty dope? Or is this...
No, I don't know but if it even was at E3. It's just the sequel to The Crew.
But The Crew did not very well.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, just because you have a big open world doesn't mean shit.
Oh, I'm just saying. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just saying the developers probably put a lot of time into making it. You know what I mean? And like,
I'm sure,
because it's not bad looking at all. It's just not a fun game. I mean, there's just not a lot to do. You can drive from one end of the United States to the other. It's literally like a 5,000 square mile map. You know what I mean? But it's like
5,000 miles of nothingness. Okay, like, I mean, I get it, but you know what else takes a long time to make?
What?
Any other video game ever.
My problem with The Crew 2 is like in The Crew 1, like a big central part of The Crew 1 was like police chases and like running from the cops and shit. Yeah. There is no police in The Crew 2.
That's because
what the fuck? They just took that out? They're just like, nah, the police don't care anymore.
I don't know. Maybe that was like one of the bad things about the game or something.
Maybe. I mean, they could have just made it better, you know?
Nah, dude. If it ain't working, quit.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Let's hear it.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is not the only new entry in the series in the works.
Blops.
Activision announced that a partnership with Chinese internet giant Tencent today to make a new Call of Duty mobile game from China or for China.
No. You know what this means? You know it's gonna be a battle royale.
I hope so.
No. That's what it is, though. I guarantee you.
The name of the game has not been announced, but Activision said it will be a, quote, original game, which suggests that it's not a port of an existing title. Though it's new, it will include chapters, maps, modes, and weapons you're already familiar with.
Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe it's not.
Yeah. So Tencent's internal studio Teamy is developing the game, not Activision. It's set to launch in China. So, I mean, you know, I haven't seen a non-Activision studio work on a Call of Duty game since that shitty Wii port of Black Ops. So, I mean, like, we'll see.
Also, wasn't there like a shitty Vita Call of Duty game? that came out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Almost
there
positive.
was. It was pretty bad, actually.
Back in 2015, Warner Bros. And Mojang announced that It's Always Sunny star Rob McElhenney would direct the Minecraft movie. McElhenney at the time said he was looking forward to doing something quote-unquote stranger and wonderful with the movie. Now he's left the project, and the movie has been delayed beyond its previously announced May 2019 release window.
You say he's on Always Sunny?
Yeah.
Which character?
I have no idea. McElhenney sounds like maybe the...
I know it's not the girl, obviously.
It's not Charlie Day.
It's not Danny DeVito.
And it's
got to be Mac or...
It's the guy with the
or the
other face.
Guy.
The guy with the
guy
face.
with Dennis? Is it the skinny guy or the guy with the beard sometimes?
The beard guy. I think he's the one.
Okay.
I'm just guessing here. I don't watch It's Always Sunny.
Oh, it's a great show.
Release window, it's not coming out for the May 2019 release window. No, that is not happening, McElhenney told The Wrap. The website also reported that Warner Bros. Has hired new writers, Aaron and Adam Nee, Band of Robbers is what they worked on, I guess, to pin the latest draft of the script. Wonder Woman writer Jason Futchis wrote the previous draft. McElhenney is at least the second director to leave the Minecraft movie. Night at the Museum and Stranger Things director Sean Levy was previously attached to direct a movie that was going to be a Goonies-style adventure. However, Mojang vetoed this idea and Levy exited the project. Levy is now set to direct the upcoming Uncharted film starring Tom Holland as a young Nathan Drake.
Wait. So the guy who did Stranger Things did Night at the Museum also?
The director.
What a jump. What a leap.
He just directed it. Like the brothers wrote it and like produced it. There's like these
even so, I mean, he's gotten better. You know what I mean?
Well, he left the Minecraft film, so I don't know if I trust him anymore.
I mean, I don't understand why there's so many people out there that are like hell bent on like adding some kind of narrative to Minecraft. Like, why Telltale? Why
because,
movie directors? Why do you guys want to do this? I mean, I understand it's like.
Listen to me, Brent. Money. There is money to be made at this.
It's just so stupid.
They're sitting on a fucking gold mine called Minecraft, and they want to make a movie just like the Lego movie. Like the Lego movie brought Legos back into the minds of children everywhere. Kids are fucking just eating their parents' money.
That's a really good point. I mean, it basically is virtual Legos, and the Lego movie did do wonders for Lego.
Why don't they just get the Lego people? Just get the same people. It's that simple.
Oh my god.
You know,
why aren't Lego and Minecraft partnered up as like a freaking...
They are. They do a Lego set.
Oh, good.
For
good.
Minecraft.
I was about to say they're missing out on big money there if they're not doing.
No, they definitely are. But yeah, get us in Hollywood. We'll figure this shit out.
Right?
You know, we'll make it work.
Yeah, we will. We will. Let's see. The entrepreneur Elon Musk.
Who's that? No, I'm just kidding.
Has put out a call for game developers to come work at his electric car company, Tesla. Specifically, he's looking for developers who can work on games that can be played within a Tesla itself, using smart devices on the onboard screen. In a series of tweets, Musk asked aspiring developers to consider applying to make super fun games. He said the company is interested in ways to make Tesla's center touchscreen, the phone, and the car all work in tandem together. He requests prior work samples and says, quote, max playability and creativity is the priority. The phrasing would seem to imply that the games can be played while actually in a Tesla car. That raises some possible safety concerns, but part of Tesla's current mission is to make its cars self-driving. Presumably, any potential game applications could be used by a passenger or while the car is in autopilot mode, which is still being developed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure 100 years from now, you'll be able to play games in your car while it's driving you places.
Dude, 100 years from now, we're going to have like autonomous freaking bartenders in the car pouring us drinks while the car is driving us places.
Hello,
like...
sir. And like the richer you are, the more British the accent of the AI.
That's like how you tell somebody's status. Like,
yeah.
oh shit, his shit is British as fuck.
Yeah, you get in a car and it's just like, what do you want? And it's like, oh, damn.
I'm in the wrong side of town, man.
So, EA CEO Andrew Wilson said Fortnite is helping, quote, expand the audience for gaming, which in turn theoretically helps EA with the holiday shopping season coming up. Our expectation is that as they continue to expand the audience, that provides tremendous opportunity for us going into the holiday season, particularly as we think about launching Madden and FIFA and Battlefield into what is a growing player audience, he said during the earnings call. EA CFO Blake Jorgensen meanwhile said Fortnite has had some kind of impact on EA by virtue of people only having so many hours in the day to play games. If Fortnite is driving a ton of playtime and interest, that could hurt EA and other publishers. Without a doubt. Fortnite has been a phenomenon in the industry, and I'm sure it's taken up people's time. We have a hard time pointing to exactly where that's impacted our business, but I am sure it is taking up people's time across the industry, Jorgensen said. But we also know that means more and more people are brought in to play games and will enjoy games in the future, in particular, first-person shooter games down the road. So that was kind of like he was trying not to say that they're fucking pissed, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of trying to play it like, oh, yeah, we don't care, you know?
I think EA realizes that if they get any more bad publicity, that they're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, they probably have every one of their PR reps, like, on a freaking tight wire. Like, you can't say anything that will fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they can't be busting caps anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That being said, I do think that whenever they were talking about how it's good for the industry as a whole, like in the long run, I think that that's true. I think that the popularity of Fortnite is only drawing more people to play video games in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think it's hurting the industry whatsoever. You know what I mean?
I don't think so either. I just like fucking with EA. Like, they're talking shit.
You know, I mean, I've even heard people use it as, like, an argument, like, oh, well, I heard some people talking the other day. They're like, oh, I want to get a Switch, but if I get the Switch today, I won't have enough money to play a game. I won't have enough money to get a game. Somebody's like, well, just download Fortnite and play that until you can get a game. It's like, you know, that's not bad advice. And I saw this thing the other day that said that the fucking Save the World mode, the other game mode on Fortnite, it's actually going to go free to play in like a few months. So
nice,
you should be able to play the whole game pretty soon, which is cool. You know what I mean? Because I've heard that the Save the World mode is actually really good. You know, so
nice. Yeah, they're just throwing away money.
Yeah. Let's see. In one of the stranger and more surprising pieces of news this week. Sorry, I've been really into UFC lately, so I felt like this news was relevant. Bethesda has announced a partnership with mixed martial arts company UFC to have one of its competitors promote Bethesda games in Australia and New Zealand. As part of this, UFC middleweight champion Robert Whittaker is becoming a brand ambassador for Bethesda in Australia regions. Whittaker, who is or was already a big fan of Bethesda's games and is from Australia, will work with Bethesda on various initiatives to promote the release of Fallout 76 in November. ZeniMax Australia boss Simon Alty said in a statement that Whittaker is, quote, a perfect fit to become Bethesda's brand ambassador for ANZ regions. Quote, Rob is at an incredibly exciting time of his career, and Bethesda is also in the process of announcing and releasing games, changing titles, so we just can't wait to see what we can achieve together, he said. For his part, Whittaker said he's turned to gaming in the past to help relieve stress and recover after getting his body bashed in UFC fights. I look forward to collaborating with Bethesda as they reveal more details about their upcoming releases and sharing this excitement with my followers and their community, he said. So that's cool.
Yeah, very strange
promotion,
there.
Yeah.
I could understand if it was like EA or something, but
or some kind of like fighting game, you know, but
why Bethesda? Like that just maybe fighting is a big deal in Australia, and I just don't know it.
I bet he gets like offers from all kinds of different contracts, like Gatorade and shit, and he was probably just going through his list of like contract offers, and he was like, "Oh shit, Fallout! I love Fallout." You know what I mean?
I've played a game before. Yeah, so one of Nickelodeon's upcoming TV series is created using the company's entertainment lab, the R&D unit used for developing augmented and virtual reality games. The show's working title is Meet the Voxels, and it's a sitcom that documents the life of a family of video game characters. According to Deadline, the Voxel family is composed of Hunter, the 13-year-old star of a laser tag video game, Maud, a 16-year-old girl fighting to pop as many bubbles as she can, their younger brother Cody, who has not found his video game calling yet, Mom, a popular Street Fighter in her game, and Dad, a 90s-era classic console game character who quit the business years ago. The pilot of the show is written by Jana Petrosini and Sean Gill, both of whom were behind Henry Danger, Kid Danger, and Game Shakers. Meet the Voxels episodes will be designed so that they can also be viewed via virtual or augmented reality devices.
Cool.
Yeah, that's neat. Good job.
That's fun. Yeah.
Nickelodeon taking it into the future.
Yeah. Good to see Nickelodeon making some moves, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Total PS4 sales have passed 82 million.
Bank, dude.
That's like 3 more million than like just a few, like when God of War released. So they've really been selling the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. That's still going. So this one is a big talking point here. How much more news do you got?
I just got one more, but it's kind of a long one.
Go ahead and drop that then, because I know we're going to talk shit about this for a second.
Okay, this is a piece of news I actually pulled from Kotaku. So go ahead and launch that at you real quick. The gaming site IGN.
Oh, okay. We got the same thing. Yeah, go ahead.
One?
Yeah.
The gaming site IGN has removed a review for the game Dead Cells after allegations surfaced yesterday that the review's writer had plagiarized from a small YouTube channel. Quote, as a group of writers and creators who value our own work and that of others in our field, the editorial staff of IGN takes plagiarism very seriously. Reads a note now in place of the review, which was written by IGN Nintendo editor Philip McEwen.
It's Mewson.
Mewson, ew.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He does the Nintendo chat podcast for them. He's like the main host.
Dang. Oh, dang. In light of concerns that have been raised about our Dead Cells review, we've removed it for the time being and are investigating. Last night, a YouTube channel called Broomstick Gaming... Boomstick, excuse me. Broomstick. Posted a video titled, quote, IGN copied my Dead Cells review. What do I do? In it, the video's maker plays a sequence of clips from his own review of the roguelike action platformer and compares them to IGN's video review, revealing a number of phrases that are strikingly similar. Quote, this combat system is fast, fluid, responsive, and one of the most rewarding representations of 2D combat of the entire genre, reads Boomstick Gaming's video, which was published on July 24th. And then this is IGN's quote, fights are fast, fluid, and responsive, and hands down one of the most gratifying representations of video game combat I've ever experienced, reads Mewson in IGN's video, which was published on August 6th. The written review includes the same text. Boom, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so basically he posted the video being like, hey guys, look at all these comparisons. And I watched the video. It's basically like, and I'll post a link to it, to his video.
Mm-hmm. I have some more examples so we can right here too.
Support Boomstick.
Totally.
Yeah.
We ought to see if they want to come on the show and talk about being plagiarized by IGN. Like,
well, that's the thing. He went from, so he had 11,000 subscribers on YouTube whenever this happened. I went and checked earlier, and he was over 24,000 subscribers. So
this is like the best thing that could happen. Yeah, to him, really.
like basically, he was upset about it. Like he even went to like the hold on, I had some stuff about him. Right here, Boomstick Gaming wrote to Mewson on Twitter this morning. Mewson has not yet commented publicly and did not immediately respond to Kotaku's request for comment. IGN also did not immediately. So none of them have responded to this except for like IGN is investigating, obviously. But
they took the video down, so obviously they feel strongly enough about it to where there's obviously enough similarities to where it's like, and I'm going through my list here, and it's like
it's word for word.
It's long. There's like I have at least 4 or 5 different examples of like huge paragraph type segments that are like,
well, not only that,
almost verbatim copied. Like,
yeah, the video structure is the same as well. Like at the exact points that he says in his video, like a certain sentence, the Musin says the same thing.
Wow.
Now, so but it's like he copied it, like and then he changed like a couple words. Like
that's just lazy, man. If IGN's paying you the big bucks, go ahead and just write your own review. I think this comes down to like reviewers not wanting to be wrong about stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, rather than saying what they feel.
Exactly. These reviewers nowadays, and I've been saying this for a while. This is just like the first real proof we have that somebody's doing it. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like these big reviewers are looking at little reviews and basing their reviews off of that. You know what I mean? So people will like them. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know.
Well, Philip Musin's last tweet posted was quote, finishing up my Dead Cells review this weekend. It's the first IGN video review I've edited myself, and I can't wait to share it with you all. If you still haven't seen Dead Cells in action, check out the first 21 minutes on Nintendo Switch. Now,
I bet he's not going to get any more editing privileges. Like,
oh no, he's probably fired at this point because like, even like Forbes magazine was posting about this.
That
like
sucks.
He brought so much attention to IGN, and there's already so much bullshit about these big name, news or gaming news sites and review sites that people don't trust them. People of the internet do not trust them. They're constantly posting like, "Oh, you guys, you get paid to leave this review or do that and whatnot." And whether or not that's true, this just makes all those people that think those fucking things, it vindicates them.
Totally.
And so they're all throwing like, more fucking fire on this,
Mm-hmm.
It sucks for IGN. That's all I got to say.
It does, because I'm sure there are a lot of like honest reviewers at IGN. You got to think IGN's a pretty big company. They got a lot going on. They've got
hundreds
multiple reviewers. You know what I mean? So, like, this one bad reviewer, you shouldn't let it, like, taint your entire view of IGN, because I'm sure there are many people working for IGN that are honest and, play the games and give you their honest opinions about the game,
Yeah, they're not all just fucking sitting around like, how can we make more money?
That's one thing. When you watch an IGN review, at the beginning of every IGN review, at the bottom corner, it tells you who's reviewing it. Pay attention, because you'll notice there are IGN reviews that I agree with, like, wholeheartedly, and I feel like it comes down to, like, the same 2 or 3 reviewers that I really like.
Damon Hatfield, man.
There's
Check
a
out
couple
Damon.
that are really great over there, So, just find the reviewers that you like, and watch them.
Definitely. For sure. So that's it for this week's gaming news. And we're going to jump into this week's gaming releases, where you can find out what new games are coming out in the next 7 days. And we're going to start off with Madden NFL 19, coming to PS4 and Xbox One PC on August 10th for $59.99. The 2018/19 entry in EA Sports' venerable football game franchise, Madden NFL 19, is set to take digital football to new heights with features like real player motion, game-changing control and responsiveness. So nothing new. And then we got We Happy Few coming to PC, Xbox One, and PS4 on August 10th for $49.99.
Yeah, right.
Is it actually coming out?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
We'll see.
We Happy Few is the tale of a plucky bunch of moderately terrible people trying to escape from a lifetime of cheerful denial. Set in a drug-fueled retro-futuristic city in an alternative 1960s England, a city ravaged by war and rebuilt by delusionally happy people. You'll have to blend in with its other inhabitants who don't take kindly to people who don't abide by their not-so-normal rules. Everything appears joyful in Wellington Wells, including its roads, its people, and its omnipresent television personality, Uncle Jack. But it's actually a world on the brink of collapse. Unveil its dark history and discover how and why its residents came to be so beguilingly happy. And then we got Cosmic Star Heroine coming to Switch on August 14th for $13.49. Alyssa LaSalle is one of the galactic government's top agents and always manages to save the day. But when she accidentally uncovers a dark conspiracy, Her own government outs her as a legendary spy and the people's champion. Ooh.
What?
This is a game we should be playing. Yeah, it says the people's champion.
I thought you... Oh, man.
No, I ain't making shit up, man.
Holy shit.
So, sure. Now
hey, we should buy this game and give it to the people's champion next year.
Watch this game suck ass. Just give him a shitty game.
Hey, I mean, you know.
Sure, now she has hordes of adoring fans, but every villainous organization she's ever crossed in her career knows who she is and is out for her blood. Can she save the day once more while she faces her greatest challenge? Everyone? Cosmic Star Heroine is a humorous sci-fi RPG adventure from Z-Boyd Games. And then we got Monster Hunter World is finally coming to PC on August 9th for $49.99.
Wow, that took a long time.
Took quite a while. And then we got Flipping Death coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One on August 7th for $29.99. Flatwood Peaks, a small whimsical town with a problem. Death is on vacation. Play as Penny and help trap ghosts with your trusted scythe. Flip the entire world around to solve puzzles on both the living and the dead side and slowly uncover the mysteries surrounding your own demise. Baby. Then we got Super Blackjack Battle 2 Turbo Edition coming to Switch, PC, and Xbox One on August 7th for $7.99. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that one. But you guys get it. It's Blackjack. Slamland is coming to Switch, PC, and PS4 on August 7th for $7.99. Slamland is a magnificent new 4-player couch fighting / party game. Select your fighter and punch, grab, and donk your way through 5 modes, 10 levels, in a surreal world overseen by a benevolent giant whose only amusement in life is to witness sporting and majestic slams.
That might be kind of fun. This is like a Smash Bros. Knockoff kind of or something?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what donk
means.
Lots of slams happening. And then we got Death's Gambit coming to PC and PS4 on August 14th for $19.99. Become the agent of death and rid this world of immortals. Death's Gambit is a challenging action RPG where you explore an alien medieval planet filled with beasts, knights, and horrors. Why is it medieval if it's on an alien planet? Anyway, so The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 1, is coming to Xbox One, Switch, PS4, PC, and mobile on August 14th for $19.99.
Yay.
Yeah, y'all know what that is. And then we got The Bard's Tale Trilogy coming to PC on August 14th for $15. Experience the events that led to The Bard's Tale 4. Borrows Deep and The Mage's Tale with the Bard's Tale Trilogy, a remastering of the classic 1980s series, one of the godfathers of the RPG genre. So yeah, lots of shit on there. And then we got The Sims 4 Laundry Day Stuff expansion coming to PS4 and Xbox One on August 14th for $9.99. That's already out on PC, but it's coming to it's coming to Xbox and PS4. In Between is coming to Switch on August 7th for $11.99. In Between is an atmospheric award-winning platformer where you solve mind-bending puzzles by manipulating your surroundings and gravity itself. The game is set inside the mind of a man hit by a cruel twist of fate. Together, you are on a journey through the protagonist's head, a world that doesn't obey the laws of physics. Free your mind and defy gravity in more than 60 compelling and unique puzzles requiring all your wits and agility. And then, finally, we have TerraTech, coming to Xbox One on August 10th and PS4 on August 14th for $24.99. TerraTech is an open-world sandbox adventure game where you design and build your own creations through a mix of crafting, combat, and discovery. Explore a hostile alien landscape, or design with creative freedom. The choice is yours. Start your career as an intergalactic miner on a randomly generated infinite world in search of profit and glory and campaign. Sit back and build your heart to your heart's content in creative mode, or pit your techs against the clock and dare to run the Gauntlet Challenge. So there's cool stuff to do in there. But yeah, that's it for this week's releases.
Short list this week.
Yeah, very short list. I'm glad about that. Definitely. But let's see. Do you have the PlayStation games, the free PlayStation
I
games?
do. I got some free PlayStation games. They're going to be great this week or this month too. Let's see. This month we are getting for PS4. We're getting Dead by Daylight,
nice.
Which is that game that's a lot like the Friday the 13th game, but for PlayStation.
It's on PC too.
Is it on PC?
It's on everything.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, that's going to be free. We are getting Mafia 3, which is a good game. It's pretty good game.
It's an okay game.
It's not bad.
It's not good.
Let's see. We're getting Here They Lie, which is a PSVR game. So that's cool. They're throwing us the PSVR for free again this month, which is cool. They were doing that for like a few months straight, a couple months ago, but then they just stopped.
Yeah.
For PS3, we're getting Bound by Flame and Serious Sam 3 BFE.
Cool.
And for Vita, we are getting Draw Slasher and Space Hulk.
I was about to say Space Hunk sounds pretty cool. Yeah,
so there you go.
Go get you some free games.
The only one of those I don't own is Dead by Daylight, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So
sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
Then we got what we're currently playing, and Brent, why don't you start us off? Why don't you tell us what you've been currently playing?
Okay.
And you guys can actually tell us what you've been currently playing, either in the comments on this YouTube video, or if you're not watching the YouTube video, just go on Facebook.com/groups.
Oh yeah, join the group.
Podcast.
We got it popping in the group.
It's so hot.
So hot and crispy. A lot of activity. You know what I mean?
If you like humidity, but only because there's so much body heat, it's where you need to go. I'm just kidding.
I thought you were going to say because it makes you moist. I don't know.
I was trying to avoid that word.
Too bad. I'm just
moist.
I'm going head first into the moisture, bro.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, what I've been currently playing, I've been playing The Walking Dead Final Chapter demo that came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The demo that they put out was great. You start out as like, okay, so let me take it back, because the first Walking Dead game, you start out as Lee, and you're taking care of like.
Don't spoil it for.
Well,
everybody.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but you're taking care of like a young Clementine. Clementine is like the little girl who's like the main character of the story. The second game. Yeah, the second game, she's slightly older. She still can she's just starting to be able to fend for herself, kind of. The third game, she's like slightly older still, and now she's taking care of this like baby. And now in the demo that I played, she's like 15 or 16, so she's like visibly like more physically mature, which is interesting how they did that to the character. And the baby is like 6 now. You know what I mean? So you're like raising this child. Also, I've noticed that like in the demo, they had a couple of quick time sequences, which are typical for a Telltale game. But instead of the traditional like the camera cuts away, you're still controlling your character. It was weird. You were like moving the character, and you had to push like a circle to like either like stab the zombie in the head or stab it in the leg. So you had to like be strategic about which zombies. It was cool. It had some like actual gameplay elements in it, which is weird for a Telltale game, but It felt good. You know what I mean?
That's what I like to hear.
Well, let's see. I've also been playing Discovery. I got Discovery, which is basically like Minecraft, only it's got some VR compatibility to it. And, it's okay. It's basically like only the creative mode of Minecraft. You know what I mean?
So there's no
survival aspect to it. It's just you build stuff. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot more limitations. Like there's way less stuff to build with. You know what I mean?
That sounds kind of whack.
I mean, it's okay, especially in VR. Like, it's one thing, like, when you're just playing, like, on a flat screen, it's just like a watered-down Minecraft,
Yeah.
But when you're in VR, it's really cool to build yourself a house and then, like, go into VR and go up in your house, you know what I mean? And look at everything, like, all around you and stuff. I mean, the novelty is definitely there. I'm sure it'll wear off eventually, but, for the time being, it's the closest thing you're going to get to Minecraft in VR without getting yourself a fucking Windows mixed reality headset or something,
See, I like your positivity. You're very easily amused. I would have played that game for like 2 seconds and been like, "This is bullshit."
No, I mean it's not a bad game. I mean,
it's just like if I already feel the limitations, I feel like I'm missing out, so I leave. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you got to throw the headset on, because like I honestly thought the same thing. I'm like, I'm gonna play this for like 15 minutes and get tired of it. Really, I only bought it because I was downloading the other game that I'm about to talk about, and like it was taking forever to download. So I was like, this is like 300 megabytes. I'll just fucking download that shit and play it. But I built this big ass church, and like you can like fly around, which flying in VR always feels cool. You know what I mean? But like you can fly around the church, and I'm like, it wasn't a church at first, but it got so big that it like turned into a church. I don't know. It just feels cool. I don't know. It's cool, but it's not Minecraft.
It's not cool. Just kidding.
One complaint I have about Discovery is that like you can't use the move controllers. You have to use like your controller, and you like look at like what block you want to delete and like delete it by like using your laser vision, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. I've also been playing UFC 3, which I got on sale for like $30. It's a lot of fun, you know. If you're a big UFC fan like me, like I'm one of those people who's like, I'm either playing video games or I'm like watching UFC fights. Like those are like that's just like what I do in my free time.
You're an American.
I you know, I don't know why I'm so into it, interested in it, enthusiastic about it. I just feel like it's the only sport that I'm like interested in.
I feel like now that you've quit smoking cigarettes and you're on your way to stopping the energy drinks, we need to get you in a fighting gym. And like make that like a part of the channel is you turning into an ultimate fighter.
You know, I wouldn't have any problem with that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably get beat up a whole bunch at first, you know? Like we'd have to do a couple of podcasts where I just have big black eyes and shit, you know?
That's fine.
But it'd be cool. I would actually love to do that. I've always thought about wanting to do like boxing or something like that.
Yeah, and I'll be the like coach guy that just like makes you punch like unorthodox things to get you ready.
You hold up the pads and I punch them, and then I like duck under a pad every now and then.
I don't work with pads. I work with big piles of meat. So
okay, we can do the Rocky thing too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's all I work with.
No, but UFC 3 is fun. It's got a lot of like fan service for people who are like real big UFC fans. Like, you know what I mean?
Like Joe Rogan's a secret character.
How did you know that? That's true, actually.
What?
Dude, yeah.
I just made that
No,
shit up.
He really is a secret character.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
The way you unlock Joe Rogan in the game, spoiler alert, everyone, or for those of you who are just excited about finding this out, because this is true. That's real shit. I can't believe you said that.
That's hilarious.
In order to unlock Joe Rogan, you have to pick George St. Pierre in a Fight Now fight, and then you have to beat your opponent by doing a spinning back kick to the body.
Okay.
And once you do, like, you'll go back to the main menu and you'll hear Joe Rogan go like, "Ah!" And then he'll be a playable character after that. Real shit.
Damn.
Dana White is a playable character too, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, that's very less believable than
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Nice.
His stats are way too good. You already know he was like, what?
Cool.
No, that's cool. I don't know. There are some things that I feel like I'm used to playing the first UFC game, because I got UFC 1 a long time ago on Xbox, right? And I was really good at it, And they've changed the controls a lot, so like my instincts want to like do the controls from the first game, and it ends up getting me beat up a whole lot in the game because I'll get in a tight spot and I'll start going back to my instincts and like pushing the wrong button, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to play it like I played the old game.
Yeah.
I don't know, in some aspects, I feel like the first game feels more fluid, actually, but...
UFC games are hard as fuck.
I don't know. That's why I say it's like a lot of fan service, because you have to use like actual techniques, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like the jiu-jitsu and bullshit like that. But, I don't know, this game does a good job of making it kind of have like RPG elements. Like, you're like, you know, between fights you train and you allocate your attribute points and you get like perks and shit that make you like, you know, special in some ways, you know. And I don't know, my guy's the champ right now. I'm like fucking like 21-0 undefeated, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I might have to knock the difficulty up a little bit because I'm just beating everybody up too bad.
Damn.
But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. What about you?
So, been basically playing Super Mario Odyssey like it's my full-time job.
I was watching you play a little bit earlier. We were doing some pictures for the website, and
oh yeah, we did some modeling. No, but yeah. So thing about this week. It's just been hectic trying to get lighting and cameras and setting up a studio area. Yeah, we have a studio now, guys. I can say that. But anyway, so basically most of my free time for gaming has been allotted to Super Mario Odyssey. And I mean, this isn't playing video games, but spending some time with my girlfriend playing the Pokemon card trading game.
That's close enough. It's Pokemon based on a video game.
Trading card game. TCG. Trading card game. Anyways, yeah, so that's fun. But I'm getting so far in Super Mario Odyssey. I think I've got like 6 full kingdoms. Damn, Brent just moved the studio.
Holy shit. Broke the...
Got like
table.
6 kingdoms completely mooned out. You know, I got all the moons, got all the extra moons that they have at the end of the game that they add. I have a little ways to go. I think I'm sitting at like just over 600 moons. So
damn, boy,
getting there,
getting them moons, boy.
Anyway, so
how many are there? 900, you said?
It's like 999.
Whoa!
Yeah, but I mean, I'm on the way.
I'm sure there's some kind of sick reward you get for getting all the moons. Though.
That's why I want to do it. I have a feeling I'm gonna do it all, and then nothing happens.
That would be the most disappointing day of all time.
I would probably cry. So yeah, I'm putting so much time into this, but yeah. So that's it for currently playing. We're gonna move on to the topic of the show. Today's topic of the show is video game toys we want made. As we said in the last episode, we're getting away from the top 5 stuff. We just want to fucking have discussions about stuff that we want to have discussions about.
Good thing too, because I've got all kinds of toys I need made in my life.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
What I'm saying?
So if you guys want to be part of the conversation, jump in the group or in the comments. Tell us what are some video game toys that you think should be made. I'm talking off the top of your dome. You know, things that you've been thinking on or like since you were a kid and you've never seen it made before. So we're going to talk a little bit about that.
I've noticed that most of my toys are like toy weapons.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of hard not to go to weapons when you talk video games. I do have one that's not a toy. I guess I'll start us off. Or not a toy, not a weapon, I mean. So what I want, and I've always wanted... Now, I have a couple of things about Pokemon on here, but one of them is like, you know how they do the little animatronic dogs, you know, like where you can clap and then they follow you and do shit like that.
Yeah.
Why haven't they done a Pokemon version of that with like the starters and
they go in a little Pokeball? That'd be dope.
Yeah,
you can let it out of the Pokeball and put it back in the Pokeball.
Not necessarily in a Pokeball because I want them to be kind of big. But imagine like this, you can put them on a little charging station. That's a Pokeball.
Oh, bro,
you know, or like a big Pokeball.
Yes, that's how you charge it, bro.
Yeah,
fuck.
That's how you charge it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, and then but yeah, and so like it'll Pika, you know, and like
you could even have like Squirtle like shit fucking water out of his mouth. Like
that's words that don't mix. Shit water out of his mouth.
Sorry, that came out a little vulgar there, but you get the idea. You know what I mean?
That's we had to take these. We had to do a recall on these Squirtles.
We're just shitting everywhere. I don't think they got the memo.
All right, what do you got? What's
well, since we're talking about Pokemon, we need legit ass Pokédexes.
Dude, okay, I did this too. Tell me a little bit about what you want in a Pokédex.
I mean, all I want is like a fully functional Pokédex with like a camera that can recognize Pokemon. I know that sounds crazy,
but like on the okay. So I thought about that and I was like, okay, this is basically already done in Pokemon Go. But hear me out. I want an actual Pokédex. I don't want my fucking iPhone.
Yeah, no.
Now,
and a whole device dedicated to Pokédexing.
Yes, and I want it to where you know, it's got the that is a, you know, whatever the fuck Pokemon that you're pointing out. But I want it to have the technology from that game that they had back in the day, scanners. Remember scanners?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want it to like scan Pokemon and actually be able to tell you what they are.
No, but like you scan like barcodes and shit, and like that. You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember that game?
Maybe not.
So there was like a handheld game back in the day you could buy in like the toy section. Basically, you scan like barcodes, and there's monsters hidden in the barcodes and shit like that. Yeah. So this was a dope ass game.
Actually, that sounds vaguely familiar. I think I remember it a little bit, but
it was Scanners with a Z. But anyways,
that's dope, dude. That's so cool.
They should do that, but also have like a USB port to where you can plug it up to your computer to update it if they add like new regions and like
new Pokemon just in general.
Yeah.
I think you could get like my mom bought a fucking Kindle Fire the other day for like $45, and you could use the same tech from that. I would gladly pay $40 to have this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And also, like, have, like, maybe some trivia or something cool on there.
Yeah. Some kind of little Pokemon trivia. Maybe even have one of the classic Pokemon games downloaded as, like, an emulator so you can, like, play it on the go while you're, just so it actually has a function. You know what I mean?
And it goes by the actual games, so, like, it'll tell you at what level that Pokemon will evolve and shit like that, so you can kind of use it almost like a...
like side by side with your game?
Yeah.
That would be sick.
All right, so I was also thinking about drones for a second. So like,
me too, man. We got
some similar great minds think alike.
What's your drone idea?
So 343 Guilty Spark as a drone.
Oh man, we had almost the same idea.
What'd you have?
I was thinking the ghosts from Destiny. The thing that follows you around.
It's literally
the same Bungie Studios, pretty much the same thing. But yeah, that would be tight, dude, to have a drone that's like video game themed that you could fly it around and
definitely either that or like a fairy from the Legend of Zelda, like
shit.
Navi.
It's really bright looking, like it's just like a ball of light with wings and hey.
And it says that like
it
you
says
can
that
actually
really loud.
You know how many YouTube videos would get made with that shit?
Oh, dude, you already know.
Or like even an R-Wing from Star Fox would be like a badass like...
that would be sick, dude.
It's all blocky looking like the N64.
Oh, bro.
Oh, it'd be hot.
That would be really hot. Hot.
So,
let's see. We need... Okay, this might already be a thing. But I want like a glowing plasma sword from Halo.
So I think that is a thing. But because I was looking into a lot of Halo stuff to make sure I wasn't already saying something that existed.
I didn't really look into any of this, so a lot of my stuff might actually be out there.
It might actually be a toy. I saw that with Halo, they have like an entire laser tag set up, like for
yeah,
like with plasma rifles, plasma pistols.
That's badass.
Yeah,
I want to do that.
We definitely need to do that. And then I was thinking, build your own lightsaber line.
Oh, so like where you put the crystal in.
Yeah. Well, you can choose the hilt, like like whether you want like fucking Count Dooku, bin ass hilt, or like if you want a double sided,
or even make your own like custom hilt with like aspects from each. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be really cool,
or have like a double-sided Dooku, like or it's like
that
curving.
Would be ridiculous.
That wouldn't even make sense.
It's just a circle,
dude.
You just cut yourself.
Why isn't that a thing? A circle saber?
I'm sure it is. It's got to be.
I don't know,
like kind of like a little hoops that you just have one little.
They're
handle
just using
on it.
The Force to hula hoop with it.
Like. One tiny mistake with that, you just fucked. No, but like I want a whole line of them, that, and like you can either buy them like the really classy ones, or you can buy like the shitty plastic versions of it, so you can beat the shit out of each other with them.
Yeah, hell yeah. Or like a really tough version of a classy one that you could beat the shit out of somebody with too.
True.
Okay, another one that probably exists, but I really need it in my life. I want the Gears of War gun with the chainsaw attached to the bottom of it.
As a, like, what kind of toy? Is this like a Nerf
It would be like
gun?
a Nerf gun. Hell yeah. It would have like a foam chainsaw that actually spun.
That would be cool.
Hell
actually. Yeah, that would be legit. Just fucking chop up
and
your
like,
friends.
It would be like fully auto and maybe hold like 20 bullets or something. And you'd just like da-da-da-da-da and then just like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I do like that.
That'd be cool.
I do like that. See this visual aspect lets people know exactly.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. I've been doing chainsaw motions for like a year and a half now. Just like And nobody's been able to see my chainsaw motions until now.
That's all he does is chainsaw motions.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but yeah. So I like that idea. What else you got? Name some other things.
Okay, I gotta have the Halo armor, like a full set of Halo armor. Spartan.
See, that's a thing though.
That is a thing.
That is a thing.
Oh, okay.
It's not a toy.
Yeah, it is.
That's not. I mean, that's just Halo. Or this cosplay.
It is a toy, bro. If you put on a full set of Spartan armor and go around pretending like you're a fucking Spartan.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it.
I feel like it's a toy.
It's a toy.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. I guess it's
You're
more
hating
of a
on
costume.
someone's job.
Oh, jeez.
Some cosplayer out there is like, it's not a toy. This is my life.
What do you got?
So I was wanting I've always wanted this as a kid. So basically, take I don't know how to explain it, but almost like a board game setup, but it's all electronic and has. I don't care if it's like really good quality or not, but just like hologram battle type thing with like Halo. So like you have like two different sides. It's almost Halo Wars.
I was about to say just like Halo Wars, basically.
Yeah, but with like a holograph or holograms. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. And I think nowadays with the technology that we have, it would not be too expensive to do.
I think it'd be cool with all the with the popularity of like D&D nowadays to do like an Elder Scrolls tabletop Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Oh, I'm sure that would actually be really cool.
I bet that would be popular. And I know Fallout released a board game relatively recently. So,
and that's the thing. Okay, so even if we couldn't do hologram, what you could do is like AR. Like maybe.
Oh yeah, you could do a board that works with like the Microsoft HoloLens or something. Yeah, like that.
Just sell maps.
That'd be sick.
Like you basically just sell like a legit ass board that's like a really nice map and like has depth and all this stuff. Like whenever you do the AR and like it interacts with it. I think that'd be neat.
I could see that being really cool. You could even have like 3D stuff that comes out of the, like little plastic shit you put on the board that the like little holograms interact with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like little cannons, and it would make like plumes of smoke come out of the cannons when they shoot and shit. I don't know.
Hell
yeah. Let's see. Gotta have that. All the weapons from God of War. Like I need that fucking frost axe from the new God of War game. I need that the blades of chaos, you know what I mean, chained together so I can like swing them around in a circle, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, that would be. I'm surprised they don't already have that shit. I mean, I get it's rated M, but I feel like most kids are about that,
Totally.
And that's the other thing. If we're talking weapons, like a weapon line, everything from Soul Calibur, like why, like that game is weapons. That's the whole point of it,
Yeah,
like
that nightmare sword would be really fucking cool to have. The one with the eyeball on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and get like the master sword. You got fucking whatchamacallit? What's that dude's name? He's got the fucking the rod or the
oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Oh my gosh! Every time I play,
he's too good.
That was my
man.
dude. Yeah, he's definitely OP. But
let's see. I want some Cuphead cups.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's
already?
a thing. Yeah, you can buy those at Hot Topic.
Oh, I was about to say that seems like a good idea.
Cups aren't toys.
That's a toy, bro.
You're making merch now.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Let's see. What about an Omni tool from Mass Effect?
Okay, so I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to explain.
Okay, so in Mass Effect, you can pick one of three classes. You can be a soldier who focuses primarily on guns. You can be a biotic specialist, which is basically like a Jedi who uses the Force. And you can be a tech specialist. And the tech specialists have a tool called an Omni tool. And it's like, you wear it on your wrist, and it glows, and it like has like a fucking, I don't know, it's really cool. It's basically like a holographic Pip-Boy that goes on your arm.
Oh, that's awesome. A Pip-Boy in general, like that kind of thing would be cool.
Totally. And like a functional Pip-Boy, not like that bullshit that they released with Fallout 4. You know what I mean? I want something that like doesn't have to have my phone in it. It's just
It's
like that fucking Pokédex we talked about earlier.
Yeah, it's just like bullshit.
Legit Pip-Boy,
Speaking of that, a holocron, but as like almost like an alarm clock, but like voice recorder thing, like I think that would be really cool. And like you could choose between a dark side holocron or like, a light side, just whichever one you want, and it glows at, I guess you wouldn't want it to glow at night unless you could, there's like a night light, option on it.
Totally.
It glows red or glows white or blue. I think that'd be cool.
That would be really cool. I would get one of them there. You know how we were talking about earlier how like Minecraft is cashing in on the Lego thing by like working with Lego?
Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite should do something similar. We need Fortnite Lego sets with like the Lego versions of the Fortnite characters and like fucking little like Lego Fortnite walls you can put up so you can make it look like you got your little Fortnite base set up with like all the Lego characters shooting grenade launchers at each other and shit.
That would be awesome.
Little Lego llamas. That would be cute.
Lego llamas. I was trying to think earlier so hard on like how to integrate Battle Royale into toys, like outside of like figures or whatever. Like I couldn't think of anything, but maybe like a laser tag system that's set up kind of like that.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Like the only reason I say Fortnite for Lego is just because the building aspect
it looks
of it.
Like
you know
it,
what I mean? Like and just building such a big part of the game, I feel like it makes sense.
It would be cool.
Whereas like PUBG or something, you'd have to like it'd be hard to monetize that in like a
that would
toy.
Definitely be a Mega Bloks thing.
PUBG?
Yeah. It'd go to Mega Bloks or Connects or something. But yeah. So that's basically it for me. I ran out of some there was a lot of toy ideas that I had, but I couldn't think of enough video game toys. Like
yeah, I feel you.
One I just have to throw this out here because they do have video games of it, but it's not mainly a video game. Before you go off on yours, why hasn't there been a Beyblade line where it's remote controlled? Like, why is that not a thing yet?
I feel like it would take away from the top aspect of it. Like, it wouldn't be a top anymore.
No, but it is a top. But I'm saying, like, it's like, you pull the thing and it goes out. That's how you get it going. But then from that point, you can like steer it, like from your little Beyblade thing.
I don't know.
That way you can actually make them bump into each other and shit and like dodge each other.
That's a great idea.
It's just like, I don't see why that hasn't been done yet. But anyways, yeah, sorry. God, we're getting used to this video setup, guys. It's gonna get better, I promise. But anyways, Brent, you take us.
Okay.
Take us to Toyland.
So, yeah, I'm going to take you to Toyland real quick. Let's see. I'll skip some of the more obvious ones. We got to get a BioShock Big Daddy drill that you could wear on your arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did the Mega Man cannon. They should be able to do that.
Like, I don't know.
I like that.
Let's see.
Or a helmet. Or just the full suit. Or make it real. No,
yes. Let's see. We need a Kingdom Hearts Keyblade for sure.
Oh, come on. That's been done. That's got to have been done.
You think that there's an official Kingdom Hearts Keyblade out there that you can buy?
You're telling me back in the MySpace days when that shit was popping and Hot Topic was, the only place to be, that there wasn't some fucking Keyblade floating around in there?
I mean, I've seen lots of like homemade Keyblades.
But never an official?
Yeah, not like a real, like legit looking one, Same with like Zelda shields and swords,
Master swords.
Yeah, I've seen like lots of like homemade Hylian shields that are dope.
Yeah.
But I want like a legit like Zelda, like licensed by Nintendo freaking Master Sword. You know what I mean?
I want a firm ass Deku shield.
Exactly. Oh, that would be dope. Yeah, holy shit.
And a Majora's Mask.
Oh, that would be so sick. Speaking of Legend of Zelda, I want some fucking bottles, some milk bottles, dude. You know what I mean?
Just like
or just bottles with like fairies in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, but
if you could get that hologram technology going, like you were talking about earlier, and have like the fairy like flying around in the bottle, that would be sick.
I feel like that wouldn't even cost much either.
No, you just get a bottle and like find a way to project the light to what look like it's flying around in the bottle. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be so cool. Or a Poe. Just have a little Poe in there.
Poe. That would be sick. You could do a whole collection of Zelda bottles with different shit in it. Like
a fish.
You could have the Lon milk. You could have the fucking... Oh, the possibilities are endless with that.
It really is.
I think it'd be cool to have, like, maybe some kind of, like... I know it's not a toy, but, like, maybe some kind of, like, necklace or medallion that's, like, the pieces of heart from Zelda. Oh, and you gotta, like, get all 4 pieces to complete the, like, necklace. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be
You know
cool.
how, like, you have those friendship necklaces that, like... like break in half. I think it'd be cool to have like a 4-piece one that's like the pieces of heart. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I think you know how like with the craze of like mystery boxes going on, like the loot crates and shit like that. I think it'd be cool to have like a loot crate that's like specifically video game themed, and like every month they send it to you, and it's shaped like the question mark boxes from Mario.
I feel like is that not a thing?
Well, Loot Crate does a lot of video game themed boxes, but they're not specifically like a video game themed. You know what I mean? Just like we talk about VR a lot, but we're not really a VR podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It could do like 8-bit box.
Yeah, that would be fucking sick. I would love that. And it comes with a retro game every... you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be sick. Let's see. I think it'd be cool to have like the gravity gun from Half-Life 2, obviously. You know the little...
And it works. No,
and it works. Yeah. You know like the little poppers from Half-Life 2 that like run up and blow up at you? They're like the pygmies from Halo, basically.
Face huggers?
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have like a face hugger plush toy.
Oh, that would be cool. I would definitely get that mixed up with the little alien, like from Alien.
Oh, fuck, yeah. That would be kind of a cool toy, too.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want the Splinter Cell goggles.
Ooh.
Where it's like... night vision, thermal vision, whatever the fuck vision. You know what I mean?
That would be the ultimate kid's spy toy.
I want it to make that noise whenever you boot it up.
And it's like shitty, like, night vision.
Like, yeah.
It's not even really night vision, but it's
be
still
sweet to have some like legit goggles like that actually work. Like,
yeah, didn't they give some away for Call of Duty whenever that dropped?
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet you could actually buy something like that. It would just be really fucking expensive.
Yeah, and not something to fucking play with. Plus, if you get caught with that as an adult, I mean, somebody's gonna think you're up to no good. You know?
Yeah.
Why do you have night vision goggles?
Not just night vision; they're like thermal and shit too. You know what I mean? Let's see, and 2 more that I think would be kind of cool. Again, I'm sorry, I got a lot of weapons here. I just think the weapons are all cool to me. I want the Dagger of Time from Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Oh, but like, well, I guess it couldn't be a real blade. It's a toy we're trying to make here. So yeah, that would be cool. Like, what?
That's one thing I was always obsessed with as a kid. I didn't even really like the Prince of Persia game that much. I was just really obsessed with the idea of like his knife that he could like rewind time with. I always thought that was just the coolest fucking shit ever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think as a kid I would like to have had that toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can like pretend.
Exactly. And last but not least, we need a portal gun from Portal.
Of course.
Course.
It's just like the gravity gun.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
But it just goes with the Valve line of toys, you know? Like
maybe even make it to where it shoots like a round blue light onto the wall, and then you can shoot it like you can switch. You can push a button and it changes to orange. So you shoot blue over here, and then you turn around and shoot orange over here.
Or check it out. Okay, so I don't know how they would do that. I was going to say maybe whenever you shoot blue straight ahead, it shoots orange out the back to the wall behind you or something.
Oh, that'd be
cool. I don't know how that would work, but it would be dope. Like if they could figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it for the topic of the show this week, guys. Let us know what video game toys you want made. And even if they do exist already, let us know which ones you want. But so now we're going to go on over to the People's Champ, who we're going to have to give it on up for Stephen Thomas again, because that boy just keeps on spitting them good-ass questions.
He's crazy with the questions, you know?
He's literally insane with the questions.
Sorry, it takes me a second to pull up the questions.
That's all right. I'm going to just like stare into the camera.
Stare hard. Everybody like listening right now is just like,
oh yeah, sorry guys, I forgot that now that we're on video, we've forgotten about all of you.
Okay, here we go. Stevens, People's Champ question.
Drop it.
What is the best controller ever made?
GameCube controller, hands down.
The GameCube controller?
Hands down.
Hands down?
Hands down on the controller.
I'm going to tell you what the best controller ever made was. Okay?
Was?
I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, because they don't make it anymore.
Which one is that?
It was the original Xbox controller with the little fans built into the controller that blew onto your hands to keep them from getting sweaty.
Are you sure that was the like?
It might have been for 360. I just remember playing the first Halo game with that controller, so I assume.
No. But I mean, was it an actual Microsoft controller, or is it?
No. It was like a third party.
Nah,
but it counts.
my hands don't get that sweaty, so I don't.
I just
need
like
all
to
that.
have that cool breeze. I just thought it was a neat feature. You know what I mean?
That is a cool feature. So that's
also, I really like my Afterglow controller for Xbox that I've got right now. It changes colors on the fly. It's kind of fun. If I get bored with it, like I can change it from blue to red or something like that. You know what I mean?
So that's where you're gonna hang your hat.
Yeah.
You're gonna hang your hat on that third-party Mad Catz.
Look, I'm gonna be
AC
real with you.
Controller.
I'm just good at video games, man. You give me any controller, I'm gonna be able to handle it like a pro. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit if it's the fucking Vita or you give me the Switch with the Joy-Cons attached to it. I'm gonna be playing about the same quality of gameplay on anything. You know what I mean?
I feel that. But see,
I do like the GameCube controller.
I'm not saying
there's a
that
reason
you
that
have
they're
to
still
believe
remaking
it.
the GameCube controller and it's compatible with shit nowadays. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's just it's like just a way of life, you know. It's like being vegan or like being diabetic, you know, like. It's there, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, no, I'm just kidding. But I just like the GameCube controller, and I'm sure that AC controller. It just sounds so fancy. It sounds legit. But yeah, thanks, Steven. I think we have another question from you, but we're gonna go into listener questions.
We have
Actually,
a lot.
I don't think we
There's
have.
not
another
just
question.
one. We have a whole. Backlog of Steven questions, but that's good. You know, we keep them. We keep them on
the Steven
standby.
Bank. Yeah,
let's move into our non-Steven questions.
That's how we got to start, like
right?
profiling these.
We have Justin Walker. He says,
"What's up, Justin?
What is the best flight simulator out there?" In my opinion, I'm gonna have to say, like Ace Combat, probably.
So,
series
does Flight Simulator mean like? Exactly that, or does it just mean like a game where it's based on flight the whole time? Like, I don't understand, like Flight Simulator as in like I'm gonna learn how to fly.
I think he's saying like simulating like actual airplanes. You know what I mean? Because if it was just like best game that involves flying, I would probably say like
Crimson Skies
or Battlefront. As much as I hate to say it, Battlefront is really fun with the fucking vehicle combat.
That's true. It's all right. That's pretty good. All right. I mean, I'm gonna let you answer that because I don't play many flight simulators.
I'm gonna say Ace Combat as a series. They generally have the most realistic aerial combat in modern video games. I feel like, you know what I mean. That's just my opinion, though. You know, there's a lot of good ones out there, but I would go with Ace Combat.
Sweet.
And Ace Combat 7 is coming out soon, so. Let's see. Phoenix Williams says, how do we feel about a Halo Battle Royale?
I've spoke on this before. Halo BR is what it would be called. And I think that it would be a pretty cool idea because it would be very different from everybody else's. Halo has a very specific, I guess, like shooting and damage taking setup. Like I feel like no other game plays like Halo does, and that's why a lot of people either hate it or love it. So, and if you love it, it's amazing. I think it would be really cool. You know, having your battle rifle or your DMRs, your SMGs, throwing in like needlers, fucking ghosts and stuff. Like
I was about to say, I think the vehicles, if you had a big enough battle royale style map, would make it really epic. You know, like the sheer number of vehicles in Halo games generally, and like, you know,
you'd
the
have
ways you could use them would be cool. Like, it'd be terrifying if you were just hanging out, doing your thing like a normal Battle Royale game, and then suddenly a fucking Banshee just flies over the hill and just, you know.
Oh, yeah. And you'd have to go back to health packs, like med kits. Like, obviously, you couldn't have the...
Well, you could just do it like the original Halo, where you had like a shield that never regenerated, you know, and then you had your main health bar, which would go back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
or was that the original one, or was that like number 3?
That's the original, where it was like the health bar, and then it would go down, and then you'd start losing health.
Yeah.
Or like the shield, and then you'd start losing health. That's the way you'd have to do it.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Let's see. Got another one from Justin here. He says, "What's up with No Man's Sky? Did they really update it to make it like they originally promised us?" I haven't personally played since the update, or really ever. But I've heard a lot of people online saying that it is what they promised, and it's a lot better now, and even the graphics look better. So if you're on the fence about trying again, I say go for it.
Yeah, do it. And right now's the time.
Yeah, I think it's even on sale right now or some shit like that. So check it out.
For sure.
Let's see. Hans Yoder says, "How much work are we expecting will be lost when Mario Party and Smash Bros. Is out for Switch?" Well, if I can afford a Switch by then, lots of work.
Definitely a lot of work.
I'm definitely going to be over here. That's the real thing. I'm going to spend a lot more time over at Jamel's house when those games come out. I'm going to be playing that shit.
Hopefully. Sorry, guys, for the video focusing in and out. Every time we move, it's like focusing. But like I said with the other camera, it'll stop doing that. But anyways... Yeah, whenever Mario Party drops in October, I believe it is. I'm almost October. I'm gonna be playing the shit fuck out of Mario Party, and everyone's gonna play it. Everyone's gonna play some Mario Party with me.
I'm just glad that there's still a few people out there that like Mario Party.
For them to make another one, yeah.
Because I'm gonna need some people that are willing to sit there and play like 5 games in a row with me, you know. I know, like, a lot of times I'll play with Mario Party with people, and they're like, "Oh, let's put it on 20 turns." I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to get that fucking 50 turn game going.
I'm trying to die.
We're trying to have 10 stars by the end. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to have my corpse found here. No, but like
I'm just saying the shit gets a lot more interesting if you let those games go long. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. My girlfriend's never played a Mario Party game.
Oh,
so like,
what a treat!
Oh yeah, treat. Dude. And this one is like a throwback to the old ones. I'm pretty sure. So
that's the best part about Mario Party, though, is like anybody can just pick it up and play and have a good time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's all most of it's luck.
You don't need to have prior knowledge about Mario Party. You know, even the mini games, generally can be picked up on pretty quick. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and you can expect people to get hoisted while this is happening.
Oh yeah, hoisted.
Let's say, you got any more over there?
Yeah. Let's see.
Let us see.
One more for Justin. Justin says, "Looking for some suggestions on Xbox 360 games I should pick up. I'm stuck at home with a broken leg and need something that has a pretty long playtime and doesn't need online."
Okay.
I mean, the obvious choices are going to be Bethesda games.
Of course,
you know, but I'm sure you've played all that to, where you're just worn out with it. Let's see. The Fable games are always fun, in my opinion. Orange Box is great. It's got Portal, Half-Life
2.
Far Cry 3 is a good time.
Oh, shit, yeah. But that's Bethesda stuff.
No, it isn't.
Oh, I thought you said Fallout 3 for some reason.
No, yeah, no.
Far Cry, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Far Cry 3, Blood
Dragon.
Far
Cry 3 is a really good one to pick up, honestly, if you're in the mood for something that'll take you a long time to beat and keep you entertained for a good time. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Let's see. There's a lot of gems, man, and they're probably all really cheap, nowadays.
Oh, they've got, definitely. Go to Game Exchange, and I'm sure you'll find anything you want. Fucking, even, what else is there? There's some Max Payne 3 is on fucking 360. Saints Row 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, get Saints Row 2. That'll be fun.
You can even get Grand Theft Auto 5 on 360. It was one of the last games to come out for 360.
True that.
And it looks great on 360. I mean,
I think I only played GTA 5 on 360. That's like my only experience with that game.
Yeah, me too. Well, no, I played it a lot on Xbox One, but the first time I played it was on 360, and I feel like I didn't have a bad experience at all.
No, definitely
you know what I mean?
not. No, it was fun as fuck. But yeah, so.
Let's see. I think we got enough time for one more Steven question.
Okay, one more Steven.
Let's see. He says, what mobile games are worth my time?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Fallout Shelter, obviously.
Fallout Shelter's good. Fortnite is mobile, and that's always fun.
And PUBG now.
And PUBG. Marvel Contest of Champions.
Oh,
is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's a really fun one.
What's the Yu-Gi-Oh one?
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is really great.
Duel Links, yep.
It's kind of condensed the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game down to like a 3-card format. It's really fun.
Quick, yeah.
There's this stupid ass app that I've been playing, but I won a fucking hat off of it. So I mean, I gotta advertise it. It's called Lucky Day. Okay, it's basically you just watch a bunch of ads and fake scratch off tickets. But I got enough points. You can win real prizes and money and shit off the app. And I got enough points, and I won a fucking hat that's like a wolf's head, and it's on my head. So it's great.
Every time you move your arm, it focuses. Is that yeah, that's actually cool. You won a physical item. That makes me want to play that.
That's what I'm saying. I still have the hat. I'm very proud of the hat. I'll wear it on the next show.
I want to, yeah. Dude, please wear the
hat.
You already got it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it in the mail.
Shit.
I'm so happy.
I thought you were going to receive a fucking...
I wouldn't advertise like a shitty game like this if I didn't like win some shit out of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason. Because it's just totally like, I mean, ad after ad, but I want a hat. So, you know.
So fuck it. Worth it. And Jetpack Joyride. I love that game.
Oh, yeah. Jetpack. KOTOR is on.
Oh, KOTOR,
You got to get KOTOR. Max Payne. The Max Payne iOS port is actually really good.
Oh, and the Call of Duty Zombies.
Jade Empire is on iOS.
There's a shit ton of stuff on mobile now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a lot of great games. So, check it out.
Okay.
And there you go.
Well, that's it for listener questions this week. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Steven, for the bank of questions. Now we're going to wrap up the show with Brent's segment, This Week in Gaming History. Brent, take us back.
All right, this week in gaming history, we're going to go back to 1999 on August the 11th. This is a Windows game. It is called System Shock 2.
Oh, yeah. System Shock. The spiritual predecessor to BioShock, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the first survival horror games that was like totally in first person.
Yep.
And, had guns and stuff,
Beautiful.
So that's kind of cool.
Dark and deep.
I think they were going to do a remaster of System Shock at some point.
They were.
Right? Am I crazy about that, or am I?
No, they are, or they were. I can't remember what happened. I think something happened to where it's delayed, it's like on hiatus or something.
I don't think it's completely done with though. Like we talked about this recently.
Yeah, it may eventually come soon.
But yeah, there you go. That's this week in gaming history.
All right, guys. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group, or you can just post them in the comments below. Check out our video content, as those of you who are commenting on YouTube know. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. That's all one word. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Aljaafreh Jamal, and Brent at Brent Has One. And that is the number one. And check out GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners, later.
Goodbye.